What we have here, in all its redness, is a 1971 Chevrolet Nova SS. I actually don't know if it's a real SS. Doesn't really matter. It has a, I don't know, a 4-speed with the 3 pedals. It's got a black interior, a vinyl black top. It's got Cooper Cobra tires with, you know, whatever style wheels you want to call those. I just drew a complete blank. Rally? Rally? Anyway, they're made by Keystone. Anyway, beautiful car, gorgeous car. It has a Chevy 350 under the hood that actually was built by the same guy that built the engine for Dale, the 1984 Chevrolet square body long bed grandpa truck. Probably making, this one probably is making a little bit more horsepower because I believe it has the aluminum heads and whatnot and so on and so forth. Long tube headers, that's exciting. What we're doing with this car is it has about 1,000 miles on it since it was put in the car, and it's unhappy. We've got oil where oil shouldn't be. It's possible we have water where water shouldn't be. Something did not agree with this motor, and so I'm gonna pull it out and take it back to the engine builder, and he's gonna dissect it, discover what happened, what failed, put it back together with good parts, the right parts, etc. And then it'll get dynoed and brought back here to put back in the car. So really, that's the plan for this one. This is, it's one of the yanks and the installs. So, but it's gonna be cool. He drove it here, the owner did. I was surprised because when I heard what was wrong with the motor, possibly wrong with the motor, I expected it to be towed here, but he drove it, and it made it. I haven't started it since. I just can't, I won't. I don't want to cause any more harm than is already caused on it, but we'll, you know, drain the fluids and kind of examine them as they're coming out to see if we can get some sort of a clue ourselves. And then we'll wait for the engine guy to give his diagnosis, and then we'll get it back in here. Then we'll be able to hear it run, see it drive, and it's going to be great. I will say, there is a huge fan base for this body style Nova. I don't know, what does Chevrolet call it? Is it a G body? Is it a Q body? Is it a XYZ body? I don't know, because I don't keep track of that, you know, inane knowledge? Arcane. Wow, I came up with the word knowledge in my head just off the bat. I Google it. So anyway, whatever body style this is, I've never been a fan. Coming from the guy who loves the Fox body Mustang, which is arguably just as unattractive as whatever body this is. I'm not, now let's not get feelings hurt. I'm not saying you're ugly. I'm not even saying this car is ugly. I think it looks great. I love it. I would drive it. I would own it. It never really captured my imagination. Probably the era and time I grew up in, which is why the ugly, you could call ugly Fox body design, you know, 80s, is unattractive too. But it's attractive to me in the sense of what it is and my memories of it and all that's what's associated with it. And I have a feeling that's what people have with this car. So there's no telling what we fall in love with and why. So, not taking anything away from this car at all. I love it. It's gorgeous. But I just had to throw that in there because not everybody is in love with everything. So anyway, let's, hey, all right. He knows what I'm talking about. He's not offended at all. Neither is the Fox body that I said in one phrase, I love and also is ugly. We're all friends here, right? Okay. All right. Let me get to draining fluids and disconnecting stuff. And I have a feeling I'm gonna have to disconnect the headers to even pull the motor, you know, because they're the long tube variety that are entangled and everything and are just way too big and cumbersome. So I'm gonna get to it. You just stand there and do nothing. Okay. Okay, well, it's out. Well, this is clearly, because you can see, I'm standing next to it and next to a car that has no engine in it. So, this engine is going to go to the engine builder. And he's going to tear it apart, see what's wrong with it, put it on the dyno. Actually, after I started pulling this motor, I realized it doesn't have aluminum heads. It's got the Vortec heads on it, so it's the exact same engine that we put in Dale, the 1984 Chevrolet C10 long bed. So roughly 400-ish horsepower, a little shy of that maybe. So over 400, 30, 50 foot-pounds of torque, something like that. I can't remember the numbers, okay? That's gone out of my head right now. So, yeah, it's a good little motor. Hopefully, the one that's in Dale doesn't suffer the same fate that this one is suffering, but my guess it's a part failure having to do with supplier issues. We went through that whole COVID nonsense where it was hard to get anything, and yeah, to get some subpar parts were happening. So that would be my guess, but we'll find out. The next time you see me with this particular motor will be when it's rebuilt. We'll just, just come back then. So yeah, I guess, see you in a few months. That's all I have to say. I'll definitely look older, I'm sure. So anyway, see ya later. Well, the sound just totally messed up. I got no sound. I'm just standing here talking in a vacuum. But what you're seeing here is a bunch of hand gestures. Don't know what they mean. I am here now with the engine that's been rebuilt. Here I am looking at my watch. I guess it's, when is happy hour? That's the question. Yeah, I do have to shave. So basically the engine showed up from the engine shop and we're about to put it in the Nova. Yeah, I don't even know what to do with my hands here. This is kind of pointing at the engine time. Everything you can see yourself without me even saying anything. So it has been about 3 months, maybe a little bit less. You've seen the car in the background in other videos, kind of waiting on this motor. But it's here now, and this is the issue. We're going to, well, I don't know, I'm explaining something here. Let's cut to kind of, oh, I know what I'm saying. I'm explaining the PCV valve issue. So the engine builder discovered that the damage on the engine he believes was caused from not having a PCV valve attached to the motor, and whoever put it in or either did away with it or whatever, and increased the crankcase pressure to a point where it damaged the rings and seals on the inside of the motor. So let's take a pause here and go to under the hood, and I will show you kind of what, yeah, so we're looking, now we're zooming into the engine bay. So what I did was I removed the engine with the transmission already in the car. It makes it a little more difficult to put in because you have to make sure to line up that shaft with the pilot bearing, with the clutch, without putting any undue strain and stress on that. So it'll take a little while, and if I need to pull the transmission, I will. We're going to try to put it in the same way we took it out. We'll raise the transmission up, get the right angle on the motor, and hopefully get it to slide in. First, I have to put the clutch on, put the flywheel on, and yeah. And then we got the long tube headers, which I didn't even disconnect from the exhaust. So we'll slide that motor in, and then we'll put new gaskets on, put the headers on, put the engine mounts in, and it's super easy to say, yeah, here I'm simulating, you know, the motor mounts. So what I'm simulating here is that I cannot put the motor mounts on the motor because I won't be able to get the angle right. I'm going to have to just set the motor mounts on the frame, and then once I get the motor and transmission mated properly, then I will have to bolt the motor mounts onto the engine block, which is also more difficult. So I'm basically doing everything difficult, the hard way. That's what we do here. Cars are people too. The hard way is the first way, and then the second way is the easy way. So we'll go ahead and stop this jibber jabber. I don't know what I'm talking about here, but way too many words. Let's get busy. Let's slide this motor in and just see what happens. So we're gonna start with updates here, and can we turn the music down? Anybody? Okay. All right. I don't just feel like I need to start over. It's just music madness around here. You want to go look at that? Let's go look at it. We'll get back to the Nova. Let's go look at, it's another Chevrolet. It's all in the family. Chevrolets, 71, whatever year model that is. This one though has an LS motor under the hood. It's pretty cool. Four-wheel drive is, they weren't all four-wheel drive, but this one is. Interior's being worked on, actually. So it's basically getting ready for sale is what's happening. Brand new body, brand new paint. I don't even know if it has a top that goes with it. It just came in here like this. So I bled the brakes on it because it has a Hydro Boost system. That's what I was doing with it. Weldwood brakes, Hydro Boost, four-wheel disc, Weldwoods. It's a brand new build, so I was doing brand new build things with the brakes to make sure that they would work. So this is a truck from another shop that I partner with from time to time. So anyway, it's kind of fun. It's a great looking rig though. K10 Blazer. I don't know. I think it's gonna be on Bring a Trailer at some point. I don't know. Sometime soon, I think. If not already. So anyway, I guess let's dive under the hood here. What you've been seeing happening is I was able to, despite our audio, difficulties from the last time we were together, was able to get the transmission and engine mated up with a little bit of struggle, but it did go. You just had to be patient with it. It'll go. We've got the headers bolted on. I've got thermostat installed and got the motor mounts bolted. So basically, I'm at the point where I just need to start reassembling. We need to be putting vacuum hoses on, carburetor, fuel lines, all of the, alternator, power steering pump. Basically, starter. We can't forget about the starter. It's sitting over here. I have to attach the clutch linkage underneath too, but we'll do the top part of the motor. Then we'll raise the car up, put the starter in, put the clutch linkage together, and basically everything that you see here laid out on the floor, which it really isn't that much, needs to be put in here. And then of course we've got the radiator over there with some fresh motor oil and a new filter. Oh yeah, I got to put the plugs in. I couldn't have the spark plugs in when I was putting the motor in because I wouldn't clear the headers. Like, I had to slim it up a little bit. So yeah, maybe I'll pop those back in, and it's basically just one thing after the other. Everything that came out of the motor, it should fit because it was working fine when I took it out, and now we're going to put it back in. So as you can see, I've installed a PCV valve to prevent any future crankcase breather issues. Yeah, it's coming together. It's not going to be very long and we're going to hear this thing fire off. In fact, why don't we do this? Why don't I do the assembly? I don't expect to have any trouble doing it because I took it off. It's not rocket science. It's not like I have to fab anything, or with some of these where I'm putting a motor that was never there originally, there's a lot of extra stuff. This, I just got to put it back. So I'm going to put it back. You go get yourself a beverage, listen to some music, and then when I come back, you and I can both hear the engine run. We'll put coolant in it, we'll burp the coolant, we'll do all of that stuff. We'll get this thing fired up and tootle it up and down the road, make sure the linkages are working properly before we call the customer and tell him come get his car. And I know he's super excited to get it back. So we've got a lot of summer left, a lot of cruising to do, and that's where it's at. So anyway, just chill. The next time the motor runs, that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. All right, well, we're about to take this old beast for just a little test drive up and down the road. I mean, what's not to love, right? At some point, the owner wants to lower the front end just a little bit, which I think would improve, you know, how it looks, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. All right. I have to slide the seat back maybe a little bit with my long legs. All right. Let's see what we got here. Guess I'm a little bit far back. Give it a little up and down the road. Just to make sure everything's working together properly. I think it is. Thing is, I never drove the car before because it was well, the motor was going bad on it. So he drove it here, and that was it. We've got some really good oil pressure, over 60 pounds. Water temp's coming up. Just a little hot rod. I don't know if we can really complain about that. As far as the way it drives, I can't really speak. I mean, it's smooth, it's straight. The clutch is kind of all there. All right. We'll go down to the end of the road and back. So, I'm a little bit torn. This is a little bit bittersweet for me because I've really enjoyed making this channel, doing these videos. I love cars. I love sharing cars. I love it all. I love making the videos. I love editing. I love all of the stuff. Problem is, I have more work than I know what to do with. And while growing the channel, I've also been growing my business. And it's gotten to the point where I've got customers waiting on me. And doing these videos takes just an extra amount of time that, frankly, right now I don't have. So I say bittersweet in that I have loved hanging out with you. I have loved sharing my passion with you, sharing these beautiful cars or unique cars or whatever. But going forward, I'm not going to be able to be doing... we got some traffic going on. Just excuse me. This is a deep talk, but a lot of traffic. We're not going to be able to do these videos at least regularly like I've been doing. I've been doing one a week for over a year now. It's just been this summer that I've missed like 2 weeks for the reasons that I'm explaining. So, whoops, that's fourth gear. Yeah, so I'll be doing more videos, but I will not be doing videos every week. And I know, that's gonna hurt the channel. Well, I'm just one man. I can only do what I can do. And I never was setting out to be a YouTuber. But YouTube is really the best medium out there to put longer stories in. I like the hour long, the long story that takes you for, not just 15 minutes, And we live in a 15-minute world, but that's okay. I do what I like to do. I'm of the opinion it's better to be authentic and fail being authentic than it is to succeed being fake. I ain't got time for fakeness. So this is real. I'm gonna still be doing videos. I hope you stay subscribed so whenever those videos pop in, you can enjoy them. But I know the algorithms will probably drop me pretty soon when I slow down my video production. But I'm gonna still be out here doing them, doing hopefully some unique ones. And either way, I'm going to be in the shop working on cars because that is what I enjoy doing. So, yeah, I didn't mean to make this a downer. We're driving in a beautiful 71 Nova. I mean, come on. This is incredible. Beautiful red. Someone's pride and joy. So, all that said, I'm gonna, you know, I was gonna say bid you adieu, but that's not English. Adieus not English. I'm gonna say goodbye for now. And hopefully soon you will see me again working on another car. Until then, I hope you're working on your car, and if not, hope you're dreaming about a car that you want. So anyway, cheers, and we'll see you next time.